Namaskar, welcome. Mathematics surrounds us everywhere. Let's begin. Rahul is a keen observer and fond of mathematics. During his run on the way, he observed a direction arrow with a dot, a cross sign on a pole, white strips on the road. He got fascinated as he has seen the same thing in his class 6 math textbook also. He wished to know more about them. Next day, Rahul discussed his observation with his math teacher. His math teacher said his observations are related to geometry. Geometry? What it means? Rahul asked. The teacher said, geometry is equivalent to the Greek word geometron, where geo means earth and metron means measurement. So the concept of geometry has arisen in ancient times when there was a need to know the measurement of earth, to know the planetary motions, etc. Geometry has a great role in arc, architecture, space science, and daily activities. The beautiful monuments, the buildings, the engineering marvels which we see, all are because of geometry. The ruler which we use, the Tiffin box, the books, all these are the part of geometry. Rahul wished to know more about them. He became more curious. So children, today we are going to begin basic geometrical ideas for class 6th. In this, we are going to discuss the basic geometrical ideas which are the base of geometry, in which we are going to discuss about point, line, line segment, array, intersecting and parallel lines. So let me start. Learning outcomes. After this, a student will be able to identify and define point, line, line segment, and array. Observe the examples of these from their surroundings. Differentiate between line, line segment, and array. Identify and define characteristics of intersecting lines and parallel lines. Correlate these concepts with other disciplines. Last, understand and answer the problems based on them. Let us understand. During his class, a teacher gave a white sheet to the students and asked them to write a word on it. When the students have seen the sheet, they saw some dots on the sheet. Rahul wrote his name on the sheet using the dots. After this activity, the teacher asked Rahul, "How did you write your name?" Then Rahul said, "Sir, I have taken the help of the dots. By taking the dot as the reference point, I have joined the dots, and by that I have written my name on the paper." Then the teacher suggested him or told him, "These dots gives us the concept of point. Now let us discuss what do we mean by a point." Now children, take a piece of paper and have a very sharp pencil in your hand and mark a dot with the pencil on the paper. The dot which you obtained actually represents a point. Sharper the pencil we will take, more finer will be the dot. And if we get a condition where the tiny dot get invisible, means very thin, then we will be more closer to the concept of point. If we see a point has no size, means the point has no length, no breadth, or no height. Generally, a point in geometry is used to denote the position. Look at this. It's an Indian map in which, if suppose we want to locate some places. So what we will do, we will put some points over there like this, and then to each point we will assign certain name, and the name is assigned by using the capital letter of English. Like we have assigned here point A, point B, point C. So a point denotes the position in geometry. Now let us see if we can identify the concept of dots or points in our surroundings. Let me deal with some examples of points. Children, all of you must have seen the stars in a clear sky. Because the stars are very far away from us, so we see a small dot in place of the whole star. This dot actually represents a point. Have you ever wondered, must have seen the tip of your pen or pencil? That also denotes a point. The tip of a compass or a divider denotes a point. Now in English also, whenever we finish a sentence, at the end of a sentence we put a dot, which shows the completion of a sentence. That also is an example of point. Besides this, we can see there are plenty of examples of points in surrounding us, like the corner of a walls of a room, the corner of a triangle, the corner of a rectangle, the point of a pinpointed point of a cone. All these represents a point, and point has a great importance in geometry because everything gets its roots from point. We see we are living in a big universe. We have our Earth and 8 planets are there, then many galaxies, stars, and all are there, and have a distance of lakhs of kilometers between them. But if we go away from all these heavenly bodies far away, lakhs of kilometers far away, then whole universe will concise into a point. So that is the beauty of a point. Now, let me perform one activity. Take a piece of paper, A4 size paper you can take, and fold it. When you will fold the paper and open it again, you can see a crease on it. Now, this crease is starting from one point and ending at other point. Suppose we are marking these two as A and B, and then we are joining this point A to point B. So this AB which we have obtained is known as line segment. Take one more example. So this is our line segment. Take one more example. Suppose we have 2 points A and B. Now we wish to join these 2 points A and B. So there are some children who are joining these points and they have taken a different path of joining them. One child has joined these 2 points like this. One has done this way. Another one has done this way. And Rahul has joined this way. Now the teacher asked them to measure the length of distance between A and B in all the cases. So where you are watching the curve lines, you can open them and you can measure their length with a scale. So upon measurement, it was seen that AB is the straight path distance. The straight distance between A and B, that is AB line segment, is the shortest between the point A and B. So this shortest distance between A and B denotes a line segment. So this is the concept of line segment. So what is a line segment, children? Suppose we are taking 2 points on a plain paper and naming them A and B. Now we are joining these 2 points A and B by a straight path, which we can make with the help of scale or some other straight things. So this AB which we obtained is known as line segment, and you know that it is starting from A and ending at B. Now naming of the AB. So the line segment is named as AB, or we can name it as BA also, means both are same. And we can see a bar over the name of the line, so that represents a line segment. Let us focus on some key points related to line segment. So first of all, as we have seen in the activity, a line segment corresponds to the shortest distance between 2 points. So if we are taking the 2 points, the shortest distance between them is the straight path between them. Then the name of the line segment, as we have discussed, is given as AB, and we can see it has got two endpoints. It is starting from A and ending at B. So since it has a fixed starting and fixed ending, we can say a line segment has a fixed length. It has got length which we can measure with the help of scale. Now children, examples of line segment. So in our surrounding, we can find plenty of examples of line segment. Let us see some examples here. Edge of a book. You all must have seen a book. So if you will see, the edge means the side boundary of the book. So you will see that it is a straight path between 2 points, and that is the example of line segment. You can see the beautiful Orion here, and where the dots are joined by straight path, and these paths between any 2 points are denoting the line segment. The edges of the scale. If you will see the outer edges by the help of which we draw a line, is again an example of line segment. Then we can take the edges of a postcard also, outer edges. So that also denotes line segments. Besides this, you have seen that in a triangle we have three lines. It is made up of three line segments. Okay, you can see the boundary of your table. So one boundary of the table denotes a line segment, and if you will measure it with a tape, you will get a certain length. So all these denotes the examples of line segment. Now let me take 2 points and join them. What we obtained? A line segment. Now suppose we are extending the length of AB from both the sides B and A. Suppose we have increased the length from side B towards the right and from A towards the left, and we are increasing this length indefinitely, means without stopping we are going to increase the length on both the sides. Then in that case, the figure which we will obtain is a line, is known as line. So this is our new word, line. So what is a line? If a line segment is extended or increased from both the directions infinitely, we obtain a line. Now how do we denote line? Yes, the name of the line can be written as either AB or BA. And you are watching that over them we have put a double arrow, double-sided arrow. So this is the symbol of line. And arrow denotes that from that direction you can increase the length infinitely. So this is the concept of line. So here the line has no fixed length. It can be increased anyhow. So children, we have discussed the concept of line, means it is a straight path which can be extended in both the directions infinitely. And let me take 2 points and draw a line by the help of them. So we can denote a line by either PQ, or we can use a small alphabet M over here. And we can see that over this line we can take infinite points because a line has got infinite length, so we can mark infinite points over it. Or in other words, you can understand this way also, that a line is a combination of infinite points. Now see children, we can see a picture of a torch and we can see that the light beams are emitting from this torch. We can see that the starting point is the point where the bulb is situated in the torch, and the light beams are starting from that point and going endlessly in the other direction. Take one more beautiful example of sun rays. We can see the sun is a source of energy or source of light, and we can see that if sun is taken as a reference point or starting point, so from there the light rays travels in various directions infinitely. So in both the pictures we are watching that the source of light is a point, and from that it is going endlessly in other direction. So this is the case where we are watching that the light beams which are starting from one point and going endlessly in other direction. So this is the concept of ray. So what is a ray? A ray which starts from a point and go endlessly in other direction. Ray. Now let me discuss more about them. So we can see that on this plain paper here, we can see a arrow like shape which is starting from point A, and on the side point B we have a arrow sign. It means that in this direction it can be increased infinitely. So we can say a ray has a starting point but no end point. So let me discuss some characteristics of a ray. So it has got a fixed starting point, does not have any end point. Yes, we can increase its length on one side indefinitely, and the name of the ray is written as AB. You can see the name is written as AB, and here we have put a arrow. So A, from where the arrow is starting, is showing the starting point of the ray, and B, where the arrow is going, is showing the direction in which it can be increased infinitely. Now children, up to the line or line segment, we have seen that AB can be written as BA. But in case of ray, we cannot write AB equal to BA. And the reason is that because when we write AB, it means it is starting from A and going towards B. But BA means it is starting from B and going towards A. So both have different representation. So AB ray is not the same as ray BA. So this we have to keep in mind. So these three concepts we have learned right now about line segment, line and a ray. Now children, even after so much discussion, there is a lot of confusion or misconception regarding the concept of line segment and array. So let me discuss quickly the key differences between the three. Now we can differentiate between the line segment and ray here. First, let me look at the diagram of them. A line has arrow on both the sides. Line segment has no arrow, means starting from A, ending at B. Ray has starting from A, but on the B side it has got arrow. And we can see line has no endpoint because we can increase its length from both the sides. Whereas the line segment has got two endpoints, and in case of ray it has got only one starting point. Then can be increased infinitely in both directions. So line can be increased in both the directions, but line segment has fixed length, means we cannot increase its length, whereas a ray can be increased infinitely in one direction. So we can increase its length only in one direction. Then naming of line, you can see with a double arrow over it, with a bar over it, we get a line segment, and ray is denoted by its symbol. So from here we can understand that line segment is actually a part of line. If on a line we take 2 points and cut that part, so that much portion denotes a line segment. Okay. Now let me do one activity. What we have to do, we have to take a point P on a plain paper. Suppose we have taken. Now we have to visualize or find how many lines can be passed from this point P. So we will start making line passing through P with the help of scale. So we can see that so many lines we can make. So many lines we can make. And still we can see that more lines can be made. So we are watching that from a point we can pass through infinite lines or countless lines. So all such lines which are passing from a point are known as concurrent lines, and point P from where these lines are passing is known as point of concurrence. Now, activity 2. Now here, what we have to do, we have to take 2 points, P and Q, and now we are going to see how many lines can pass through these 2 points. From one point, infinite lines. Now from 2 points, how many lines can pass through, that we have to check. So let me take 2 points PQ and let me try to draw a line passing through P and Q. Suppose this red line we have obtained. Now we are taking another line and trying to pass it from PQ. So what we are observing, when this yellow line is also passing through PQ. So what happens, the red line and the yellow line overlaps each other, means they come over each other. And if we will take more such lines, all will fall over one another. So by this we can infer that between from 2 points, joining 2 points, only one line can be drawn. So we can say only one line can pass through two given points. Okay, so this is a very important concept. Now children, we have learned so many things right now. So it's a time to challenge ourselves, to check what we have learned now. Okay, here we go with a question. Which of these cannot be represented by a point? Now we know that a point has no length, no breadth, no height. It is just like a dot. So we have to identify which one is not a point. So let us see. Tip of a needle, vertex of a triangle, tip of a pencil, and length of a room. So we can see tip of a needle, pointed, point, vertex of a triangle, corner of two sides, point, tip of a pencil, again point, length of a, yes, length of a room does not denote a point because it is stretched. It has got length. It is actually denoting a line segment. So here we can say the option D is correct. Now let me move on to the next one. Which of these represents a line segment? Okay, line segment between 2 points and has got fixed length. So tip of a pen, no. A plate, no. Plate has got circular shape, no. Glass frame of a torch, the front frame of the torch can be circular or some quadrilateral shaped, no. Edge of a photo frame, yes. Side of a photo frame, yes, it denotes a line segment. So again, option D is correct here. Now again, one more challenge. Electric wire is represented by a. We all have seen electric wire which transfers electricity in our home. Line segment because it starts and ends on the same point. Line because it starts and ends on the same point. Line because it can extend endlessly in both directions. Line segment because it has no starting and end point. Okay. If we will focus on the first one, it has starts and ends on the same point. No, it does not. Line segment starts from one point and ends at the other point. Both the points are different. So it's not a proper definition of line segment. Line because it starts and ends on the same point at against, because line has no ending or starting. See, line because it can extend endlessly in both directions. Yes, this seems to be correct because it is just like a line because the length of the electric wire can be infinite in both the directions. So here the option C is correct. Now observe these things. Have you ever seen the English alphabet X? Two lines are crossing and you can see at where the circular portion represents where they are crossing. Point. Then a scale. You see the edges of the scale, means the horizontal and vertical edge. They are meeting at the corner point. So that is the point where the two lines are crossing each other. Now, this is a very common example crossover where we see that four roads are crossing each other. So, in these, what we are observing? We are observing there are certain lines which are crossing each other. So, this we are going to discuss now. That is our intersecting lines. Now, what we mean by intersecting lines, this we have to understand. So, if on a plane surface we draw two or more than two lines which cross each other, then we say the lines are intersecting. The lines are intersecting means if two lines cross each other, it means they are intersecting. Suppose we have taken one line like this and another line like this, and we are watching that the two lines are crossing each other at a point. The point we have marked here and named it as P. So this point where the two lines are crossing each other is known as the point of intersection. Or in simple word we can say these two lines are intersecting at point P, or P is the point of intersection. So this is the concept of intersecting lines, and we have seen the examples of intersecting lines. Besides this, we can have lot many examples of intersecting lines like the corners of a quadrilateral where the two edges are meeting, concept of intersecting lines, vertex of a triangle where the two side lines are intersecting, again an example of intersecting lines. So all these are the example of intersecting. Now let me observe these two examples. We are watching a railway track and we are watching that it is made up of two straight lines or line segments you can say on either side, and you can see a yellow arrow there, and if we move it over this railway track, you can see between the two lines the distance remains the same. It is not changing. Take one more example of window pane, window border. Again, this red line is showing the distance between them. And if you move it from left to right, you can see that this distance is not changing. So what we are observing? We are observing that between the two lines, the distance is not changing. So these two lines are not crossing each other at any point. So such lines, we call it parallel lines. So what are parallel lines? If two lines have equal distance between them at all the points, so they will never meet each other, they will never intersect each other. Such pair of lines are known as parallel lines. You can take the example at in your room, the two vertical edges of your room, they denotes the parallel line. The two opposite edges of your table denotes a parallel line. The two opposite edges of your book denotes a parallel line. So any two lines which do not intersect are known as parallel lines. So right now we have taken the glimpse of parallel lines by the help of example of railway track and the outer edges of a window pane, that they have a equal distance between them. So suppose we are taking two lines AB and PG and the distance between them is same. So we get a pair of parallel lines. And how do we denote a parallel line? We take two vertical lines in between the name of two lines to denote the parallel line. So here we are having AB parallel to PG. Now we can see plenty of examples of parallel lines surrounding us. You can see here that the lines of the piece of paper, they are denoting the parallel lines. Then outer edges, opposite outer edges of the dispensing denotes the parallel line. Then opposite edges of the postcard again denotes the parallel line because they have an equal distance between them all through. So this is the concept of parallel lines. And in our surrounding we can have plenty of example of parallel lines. Now two vertical edges of our uh, room, example of parallel line. Activity 3. Now let me do one more activity. Constellation. All we know about the constellation. Constellations are actually the uh, 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 geometrical shapes which we obtain by the combination of stars. When the stars took a special shape, that we known as constellations. Now we know about the Orion. Orion is a beautiful constellation. It is named after Orion, and which denotes a hunter in Greek mythology. Okay, now what activity we have to do? We have to join the position of the stars present in the constellation Orion, and then we have to deal with some geometrical idea. Suppose we are denoting the dots to represent the star and naming them. So what we did, we have taken the position of the stars, denoted them by point. So point denotes the location or position. Then we have named them by capital letters A, B, C, D, E, F, G like this. Okay. Now what we are going to do, we have to join these points, and we are going to join one by one in a cyclic manner. Suppose we have joined A to B. Now this is the straight path between A and B. Then same way we have joined B and D, D and G, then GH, then HF, then FC, and then C. So we have obtained this beautiful structure of Orion constellation. So here we are dealing with a social science phenomenon or physical phenomenon, physics phenomenon, and now let me see what mathematics is involved in it. First of all, name the points. So we are dealing with the concept of mathematics. The points are here: A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. Then name the line segments formed. Now we know that line segments are formed between 2 points. So here AB formed between A and B is a line segment. Same way BD, DG, GH, HF, FC, CA. All these denotes the line segment. The next is intersecting lines. So as already we have discussed, intersecting lines means when two lines cross each other. Or we can say if two lines meet at a point, or if two lines have a common point, that point is known as point of intersection. So if we will see line AB and BD, so both AB and BD have a common point B. It means they both are meeting or intersecting at B. So this is a pair of one of the intersecting lines. So this way we can identify all such pairs of intersecting lines. So by this natural phenomenon, we can discuss the concepts of geometry also. Again, it's the time to challenge ourselves. Now look at the figure. Now, question is, which pair of lines in the following are not intersecting with each other in the figure shown? So which are not intersecting lines? This we have to see. Okay, now this is the question M and N. So we can see yes, M and N are intersecting. So not the option. M and P. M and P are also crossing each other. Again not option. L and P. So L and P are also crossing each other. Again not option. L and N. Yes, we can see L and N up to this time in the figure are not crossing each other. Means they don't have any point common between them. So we can say yes, this is a pair of lines which are not intersecting each other. So here our option D is correct. Okay, children. So here we see that we have learned a lot many basic concepts of geometry, and children, these concepts are very important for us because based on these concepts the whole geometry is dependent, like the concept of point, line segment, ray, intersecting parallel lines. Using this, you will deal with the polygonal shape, you will deal with the curve, you will deal with the 2D shapes, 3D shapes, circle, everything. Everything in geometry is based on these basic geometrical concepts or ideas. So that's why we should have a very concrete knowledge about them without having any confusion about them. So let's quickly summarize all the facts which we have learned. As we know, a point determines the location, yes, and it is denoted by a capital letter. Then, what is the line segment? Shortest distance between two lines means have a fixed length, starting point, ending point. Line is obtained when we increase the line segment in both the direction endlessly. So it has got no starting ending point. Then, if two lines meets at a point or cross each other at a point, that is called intersecting lines. If two lines do not cross each other at any point on a plane, then we call them parallel. and ray, as we know, it starts from a point and go endlessly in other direction. So these are some of the key points which we have discussed uh, in this video that will help develop a good geometrical temperament in all of us. Okay, let's think something out of the box. Okay, let's do something out of the box, not concise ourselves to the mathematics. Let me connect to the other disciplines also. Okay, so here are some activities which can be done on the self basis by taking the help of uh, digital mediums or your teacher or other friends or your elders. Now, what are these activities? The first activity is you have to draw a map of India. Take a map of India, and on this map, you denote various states and their capitals. Now, we are denoting the position of states and capitals. So, what capitals of the various states? So, we are marking them on the map. So means we are denoting their location. It means we are going to use here points. So you have to do this activity. So that will enhance your knowledge about social science plus mathematics. Then second activity which we can do, it's a very good one. That is draw a figure of a geometry man using various geometrical shape. You can see on the left side a man shape is created by taking various geometrical shapes, which out of which some we have studied right now, some we will discuss later on. So this way we can make a geometry man, and by explaining the various shapes used in this, we can dwell upon the concept of mathematics, a good combination of art and mathematics. The next is uh, now deal with physics concept. We know that a mirror can reflect a light, and because of this reflection, only the image is seen. So we can see that when the image formation is there in the concave or convex mirror, then there is a concept of line segment, point is involved. So dwelling upon this, we can correlate math and science. So these are some of the activities which will definitely enhance our concept. So that's all. Thank you. Be safe, healthy, and happy.